Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record her.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. Want some?
Ah, there we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
And clean works.
Hi everybody, Cannabis Grows here. How the heck are you doing? It's a Friday night. Thanks for wasting your time watching me. Man, I'll just pull the Band-Aid off right away and say there's been some growth happening here this week. Last week I asked you guys to sort of vote in the comment section, and I would go with the majority. And the reality is it was pretty much split very evenly. Half of you said, kill it, it's a waste of time, waste of energy, just kill it and start over again. The other half said, do it for science. Let's see how far it can grow. If it doesn't do anything, kill it then, but let it grow a little further. Let's see a little more. So it was pretty much split right down the middle. So I figured I'd let it go the week, and I'd see, and I'd make the decision by, like, you know, Thursday or something. And wow, well, we have got something to show you. Let me tell you. I'm a little bit surprised. But first, I couldn't attribute all of this growth without help from MARSHYDRO. You knew it was coming, baby. I got these awesome lights up here. Some amazing stuff. You can use my name, code CANNABEARD. Use it quickly, save yourself a couple of bucks, get on those Samsung diodes before they're all gone. If you like those Samsung diodes, which you should be getting on those really quickly. By the way, the FC series are the Samsung diodes, where the FCE are their older Bridge Lux ones, which are just fine. They're just a lot cheaper. And maybe, comparably not quite as amazing as those other ones. So anyway, yeah, I guess Samsung, big news is in the industry is Samsung's quitting making LEDs for grow stuff. And yeah, so if you want them, get on them quick, because they're going to be gone and everybody's going to be using something different, and who knows if it's going to be better or worse. So yeah, that's what's going on here. What are we at for time-wise? Oh, we're at 8 minutes. I think we could call in the B. What do you say, everybody in chat? Haven't heard you talking. What? Oh. I thought, oh no. I thought, did I frickin' do another episode where my microphone wasn't working the whole time? No, it's working. I can see it moving.
It's dab
Let's
time,
call in the bee.
dab time, motherfucking dab time, dab time, dab time, time to take a fucking dab break.
I got this container full of mixed rosin from my rosin press. Now, I know it's probably not going to show up very good there, but it's okay. It's dark amber. It's all rosin. It's all good, baby. But it's a mixture of, like, I don't know what, and I don't know what. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. Whatever I've had lately, and every time I've made a test and I didn't finish it all, it went in here, and it's just been mixed together. Cheers. Tastes pretty good. Relatively smooth too. Not bad for a good mixture. I had all these little flakes of different presses. I had about 4 different flakes. I just said fuck it, and I put it all in the thing, and I had a heated up tool and mixed it all. Bridge Luck is still great. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Bridge Lux lights. They're just like, you know, marginally cheaper and marginally less performance. But I mean, like, we're talking pretty small performance, but people want to pay for the best, and that's the reality. So people wanted the Samsung lights because they are just that little tiny bit better. And I don't know if it makes a difference personally, man, but here, let's go take a look at some marijuana plants, some cannabis hybrid. I almost said sativa, but it is definitely, probably most definitely not sativa. Anyway, let's just take a look at this nice one right here, man. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Look at the growth from last week. If you guys were here last week, this thing just looked alive. It didn't look like this. This is a friggin' plant. Look what the fuck happened in 1 week of running 400 ppm through the frickin' media. 400 ppm of advanced nutrients through the media, and it recovered. Huh. Now, sharp eagle eyes might have noticed that, hey, wait a second, there's only 3 pots there. Where'd that 4th pot go? It's just over here in the corner, over here. I put a humidity dome on it to see. My cat ate. Here, I'll show you, My cat ate it. It was growing good. It was the 2nd best looking one. Right there. And my cat ate it. Ate the top off it. And you know what? This one is absolutely not worth the time anymore. No way. No way. If it was still like this one here and growing good, I would have kept it. And it would have been if my damn cat didn't eat it. Yeah. I thought if I put the humidity dome on it, maybe it would regrow. I've seen crazy things come back like with a vengeance. And I just unhooked that today, like this morning. Just unhooked this one. It did not come back with a vengeance. It was done. This one back here also suffered a little bit from some being chewed on. You can see some cat chew marks there on the leaves still. But these back two are like... Oh, get that probe out of the way. They're alive. I don't know. I had considered, honestly, putting, and I might still, it depends what next week looks like. We're going to give these back to 1 more week to see if they do crazy growth too. If they don't do crazy growth, I'm probably going to unhook these back two off of life support, and compost the middles, and hook this one up to this and just have 1 pot right in the dead center of the room and just focus on the one here and grow this one off to finish, and then we'll reset with a stack of 4 again. But yeah, I'm not very impressed with the growth on this, and I do believe now that I've sort of dialed my water in and started feeding on a regular schedule and doing that kind of thing, I think that absolutely the fault was mine in the beginning of feeding them just water, of feeding them basically a 0 nutrient thing. They had nothing to grow with, and I'm a soil grower, so I would just expected that the soil and surrounding area would have enough to keep it going in the seedling form, and that's the reality. Is it doesn't. It just doesn't. There's not enough nutrient in COCO and perlite mixture. There's just nothing there. It's a blank medium, so you have to put some there. And as soon as I started putting it there, I noticed good growth. But so I think that the Rockwell cubes that I used for sprouting the seeds for the autoflowers is fine. I'm still a little bit torn up on whether or not to bury the Rockwell cube completely or leave it on the top, because if you leave it on the top, it grows a little bit of green fungus, a little bit of like moss almost that grows on the top. I have had a lot of people suggest, and I probably will do that next week depending on if these two live or not. I didn't want to do it yet, but next week I might put a layer of perlite. I've got a huge bag of perlite I ended up buying this year because there was a shortage on shipping stuff, and it's all I could find was a large bag. Anyway, I got perlite out the yin-yang, so I'm going to put a small layer of perlite over top of the COCO. I've been suggested that by a whole bunch of people. Worst case scenario, it mixes into the already perlite and COCO mixture. And that's that. So I'm going to come over here and read chat here for a second. I don't know what, but my cat. So, basically, what I've been doing lately is I've been upping the ppm in the water here from, it started around, you know, like 150, and then I bumped it up every couple of days. I would like bump it up. I'd come in here and check on everything every few days, and I'd bump it up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Currently, it is at 450, which is almost a little bit high. It was at about 350 to 400 most of the week, and I didn't touch it all week, and I just raised it today up to 450. So we'll see about that. I've been doing a little bit of research on some feeding charts and people's average ppm for autoflowers with similar style nutrients and stuff, and most people say to top out around 600 ppm. From what I've gathered, especially when dealing with a new autoflower, I was suggested, from what I've read, to ramp it up from around 150 up to around 600 at the peak of flower, and then start ramping it back down to a 0 before flush. And that's basically the way that you should run autoflowers, just due to their, you know, growth cycle pattern that sort of does this, and the fact that some autoflowers can handle higher ppm. That's true, but that's a really good base that you're not going to burn out your autoflowers, because autoflowers are pretty finicky. We all know that. And you can, if you've been growing the same type of autoflower for a while, you can start to adjust with raising the ppm to see how much they can tolerate, because some can probably tolerate a lot. That's true. I know that there's going to be people in the comments saying, oh, mine, I do 1200 ppm for mine. I also believe a lot of people saying that 1200s and stuff, talking about that kind of high ppm, is probably talking about photoperiods, not autoflowers. I could be wrong, but that's just a quick guess, because I find it a little bit, I need to make it more clear that these are autoflowers that I grow in this room. This show has been an autoflower show for quite a while. I haven't grown indoor photoperiods for a long time. I should. I think it's about time. I'm itching for it, and I might very soon, just to have something to do. But we want to move, and having a 6-month guaranteed cycle thing is going to be a pain in the butt, whereas autoflowers are like 3 months. I could, you know, finish one off quickly if I had to, or whatever. Anyway, I just feel I'm having easier outrunning this due to the fact that the longest cycle an autoflower can run is the legal limit on tenancy ending agreements when a sale of a house or something like that, and they're trying to, you know, respectfully ask you to move out. They give you like a 3-month window. So that's where we're sitting right now. We're still looking to frickin' buy a new house somewhere. And a new house, I'm talking about the cheapest frickin' thing we can possibly afford, because we can't afford shit. But the market sucks right now, and we're just looking, and hoping we can find something before spring, when the landlord definitely puts this house on the market. So, yeah, why not? Have one more fucking dab. One more dab. So, I'm already thinking about ways to improve my next grow on this, and like what to grow next time. And I've got some good photo periods I really want to try, but one of the main reasons I grow autoflowers, people seem to mistaken this, is I'm not a giant, but look how short my basement is. My basement is very under height. Technically, you couldn't even classify these rooms as like a proper bedroom if you sold the house, because of the height limit on it. Maybe for midgets. Maybe for children. This room would be alright. But I've smacked my head on this thing a whole bunch of times. So much so, and it works really well, you'd be surprised. I got some reflective warning tape smeared up onto the side there, and I'm like, whoa, don't smack my head. Yeah, I got a short basement. It's really weird. It's really weird. So, this space is literally 5 feet by 5 feet by 6'4", maybe? Maybe 6'4". I've got just like this much. Whatever that is. 5 to whatever inches above my head at max, you know. Not a whole lot before the roof. And in my office, it's even worse. Office has even got a shorter ceiling for some reason. I don't know why. This house is janky as hell. But that's one of the reasons I grow autoflowers, because they stay nice and small, and they got a quick turnaround, and yeah, those are all pretty much my main reasons. I've been growing mostly autoflowers, unless they're outdoors or in the garage or something. Because I got full-size tents in the garage. I only got like small tents or this open space here to grow with in the house due to the restrictions. No tall tents will fit in my basement. Seriously. Whew. Well, I am baked. I think I need some dinner. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out here with me today. I don't know what else to show you. It's growing, man. It's doing pretty darn good. I showed you the close-ups there. I'll show you one more time here as I ask you to like the video. If you do enjoy this content, make sure you hit that like button. It is growing. It's growing pretty good. Even way better than those back two things. Like I said, I won't be surprised if next week there's only one pot sitting in the middle of this rack. But we'll see about that. We'll see what happens for next week. If those things take off like crazy and give me anything that I feel that might be worth my time, a little bit, even if I get a little bit out of this, man, I just want some obtainable result for all my fucking time and energy for this stupid thing. I want to see it something finish with somewhat decency, even if it's just fucking as it was put it early in the beginning of the show there. It might be just mids, you know. Whatever. I don't care. I don't sell it. What do I give a shit? It's half for the experiment, half for my own medicine, and I've got backups. I've got storage, a little bit of excess. Whoa. Camera. There we go. Tighten that off. Anyway, that's all I got for today, folks. As I said, like the video, subscribe, all that kind of action. Double check that your notifications are set for all, due to the fact that I mostly do live streams, and you'll want to be here during the live streams because I think they're a lot more fun. Blueberry autos can handle, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Different autoflowers can handle different levels of amounts of nutrients, and it's really the matter of what, but there's sort of a good base level that everybody tends to agree upon. Seems to be around 5 to 650, something like that, depending on your nutrient regimen, but somewhere around there is a pretty good guesstimate for any given situation, where it's enough to grow it well and not enough to frickin' either burn it out if it's real finicky, and you know, it should be enough technically if it wants more. Well, and then you'll find out you can grow it more next time, and that's the whole point. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm having a hard time talking. I got the dry mouth of doom right now. I need to go get a big old drink of water or something. Yeah, I'll catch you real soon. Follow me on Twitch. I stream almost every single day. Other than that, I'll catch you here on Sunday for Sunday session, 12 o'clock Pacific, noon. 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, noon. We went back to a noon schedule a while ago, and so far we're just going to keep it there for a little bit. The stream seems to be solid. I'll see you soon. Have a good Friday. A good weekend until I see you again. Bye-bye.